NFL Game of the Week. Jaguars at Eagles.
Cam Little will kick it off. Will Shipley and Kenneth Gainwell, the return men for the Eagles. They'll go left to right at Lincoln Financial Field as we get set to start on a Sunday afternoon in the Northeast.
Hurts in the gun. Barkley to his right. Motion. Jahan Dotson. Back goes Hurts. He's looking. He's pumping. He is floating it for Barkley, who catches it for a touchdown.
I thought we took care of the ball. Jalen did a great job taking care of the football. I thought our fundamentals that we worked so hard on were really on point today, which helped us get the win today. It's tough to win.
Hurts with motion by Gainwell. Hurts this time. Fakes it. Keeps it. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. Touchdown! Leaping Jalen Hurts.
You can talk about the fundamentals of how you catch things and how you get to your back when you're going to the ground and this and that, but man, for him to get his hand on it, that's 2 plays, that's 2 weeks in a row that Jalen's made put a perfect ball on him in tight coverage, and that Smitty's made a spectacular play.
Here goes Hurts, going for the end zone. Devontae Smith, he caught it one-handed. I don't know if he stays. He's in! He's in!
Oh, my
goodness. One hand! I don't know how he did it.
Got a lot of fight. We just gotta find a way to finish these games. You know, we've had so many one-score games that haven't gone our way because of some plays down the stretch, and it's tough.
Dropping is Trevor. Looking, scrambling. Trevor's going to try and run it in there. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. A touchdown run by Trevor Lawrence, and it's a one-possession game with 4:04 to play in the ball game.
You got a minute and 40-something left on the clock. I think it was first down, something like that. I mean, yeah, it's still part of our red zone game plan. It wasn't like we were forcing a throw into the end zone. You know what I'm saying? It was part of our red zone game plan. Great play by 17.
Lawrence back. Lawrence looks. Firing for the end zone. Intercepted the Kobe Dean. He picks it off of the end zone.
I kind of was waiting on it. It was an opportune time. It was a high red zone. They knew what we was in. They knew 3-by-1. We at the end of the game. We got the read right, and I just had to make a play.
There's no satisfaction in anything. I'm not satisfied by anything. We had some great moments out there today, but there's more for us to do. Don't be a fool and not learn from your mistakes. You know, let's learn from them and be intentional about that and give your best and put your best foot forward to continue to progress and win.
Eagles hang on for the win over the Jaguars, 28-23, 1010XL 92.5 FM and Sports Radio 94 WIP. If you've been on social media, you've also seen the play that Saquon Barkley has in this one. Ran for a TD, catches another, but the one that will be remembered.
Hurts in the gun. He backpedals, still looking. He fires it out in the flat to Barkley, who beats one man, spins past another, leaps over a third, and comes down at the 30.
What was that? I've never seen that move, and I've been watching football all my life.
Well, he did that. He did that to show off to Shady McCoy.
He's never done this. No one's ever done this. He hurdles a guy backwards. How do you jump over a guy backwards?
That he did. Sports Radio 94 WIP. Saquon Barkley hurdles a defender backwards. Does get tackled, but still had the backwards hurdle in the Eagles win over the Jaguars. His coach, Nick Sirianni.
Saquon's play, there's going to be, what I think is so cool, there's going to be kids all over the country and all over Philadelphia. I really think about that, trying to make that and talking about that play and simulating that play as they play backyard football or pee-wee football. They ain't going to be able to make it because that play, I think he's the only one in the world that could do that.
Careful trying that one at home, kids. Eagles get the win. As for the Commanders, they get a division win over the Giants, 27-22 at the Meadowlands. Commanders 7-2, their best record through 9 games of the season since 1996. ESPN analyst Booger McFarland.
Brian Robinson and the bell cow running back is out, so they found a way. And to me, when you look at Terry McLaurin, he's one of the better receivers in football nobody talks about. And now that he has Jaden Daniels, it's amazing. 2 touchdown catches today. Only 2 receptions. They didn't have their full complement of weapons, but what they did do is they're using what they have, and what they have is one of the top 5 receivers in football, I think, in Terry McLaurin that nobody talks about. He was big today. Jaden Daniels continues to mature. I think they're the best team in the NFC East right now. They're going to get an opportunity to prove it against Philly down the road, but I love the way they're playing, and they're backing up their rookie quarterback.
A couple of touchdowns for McLaurin. If you have him on your fantasy team, thumbs up to you. Pretty good weekend for him as the Commanders get the win over the Giants on Sunday. Sports Center all night, ESPN Radio, NBA action. Mavericks and Magic.
And that's where the Mavericks can just be so devastating. Again, get some of the others involved. Tonight it's the centers. Here's Luka on the drive. He beat Black to the rim for a layup.
He continues to have a breakout game here. Now that's 30 for him.
97 the Eagle as Luka Doncic, 32 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. 161st career game with 35 and 5, most in the NBA since he entered in 2018. Mavs beat the Magic 108-85. Magic 85 points, their second fewest since the start of last season. Pistons 106-92 over the Nets. Pistons holding Brooklyn to 35 points in the second half en route to that win. Trae Young, 23 points, 12 assists as the Hawks beat the Pelicans 126-111. Atlanta snapping a 4-game losing streak with that win. Well, trying to get off the schneid. That's next. SportsCenter All Night continues at ESPN Radio.
Hey, it's Michelle Smallman, and coming up Monday, after a big divisional win in the Elements versus the Green Bay Packers, are we ready to say that the Detroit Lions are the best team in the NFL? We discuss it tomorrow, starting at 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
When it's gut check time, we don't pull any punches. The Interior's only 24-hour sports station. 107.9 FM, 820 AM, ESPN Radio.
Freddie Coleman is the reason the Jets and the Cowboys suck. If Freddie Coleman, if he would get off the fence and stop straddling that damn line, one of those teams would get off that curve. So Freddie Coleman, you're the sexy story that needs to be heard, baby.
Check out more from Freddie and Harry weekdays at 3 Eastern on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Hey, it's Greeny. Going to be another sensational Monday on ESPN Radio. Looking back on, among other things, the Packers and the Lions at the top of the NFC North, and looking ahead to the Chiefs' quest for perfection continuing on Monday Night Football. It's Greeny, starting 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
This is Daryl from Columbus, previously from the Paul Feinbaum Show.
Don't you agree, Paul? I can say whatever the hell I want to. I worked my ass off today. I might have made $120. Don't you agree I can say whatever the hell I want to about somebody that makes $10 million a year? Would you agree with that, brother?
The Paul Feinbaum Show, weekdays at 3 Eastern on the ESPN app and on the SEC Network.
Hey, it's Michelle Smallman, and coming up Monday, we'll react to Week 9 in the NFL and how what we see on the field will impact the trade deadline. It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Chris Carlin, Joe Fortenbaugh. This is Carlin versus Joe.
Man, I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I was gonna be able to go that next play, so I just told Sam I just needed a break right there.
I'm not sure what's worse, Richardson tapping out or Richardson then just admitting it afterwards. Like, he starts the thing with, I'm not even gonna lie, I was tired. No, lie. Please lie. Like,
don't tell me the truth.
Carlin versus Joe. Weekdays at noon Eastern on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, and on SiriusXM Channel 80. Listening to SportsCenter all night on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app. Now, here's Jay Reynolds.
Sports Center all night, taking you to 6 o'clock Eastern Time and Unsportsmanlike. Evan Cohen, Chris Candy, Michelle Smallman, 6 to 10 Eastern here on ESPN Radio.
Half-hour headlines on Sports Center all night.